I would like to just make some comment on what Father Kosa said. Those ideas are very, very important. I'm an educator myself, and I can tell you that we Africans, we are very instructional in the way we interact with our children. Do this, I say so. There's no time for dialogue. There's no time for negotiation. And then the kids, especially even when the kids are born here, they know that this is a liberal society where there's context, there is negotiation, there's discussion, there's a dialogue, there's conversation. But the average African, especially continental Africans, are not interested in having conversation with their children. Even some of them don't even play with their children. They don't take them to the park. Only the mothers do that. The fathers don't do that because of the belief, the false belief that if you become too familiar with your kids, you'll not be able to discipline them. And I disagree. Just as he said that when these programs are crafted in the church to help kids, they eventually gravitated towards being instructional or being instructive in their orientation. But I believe that if programs are regularly monitored and evaluated and reviewed, and what Paulo Freire said, that pedagogy, if you know what you're doing, that you have a central pedagogy that guides what the program in the church is not supposed to teach the kids, do this, this is the way things are done, but also to listen to them. And then from what they say, you'll be able to help them much better than for you always telling them, thinking that what you tell them, continue to tell them, hammer, 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 will eventually produce something. But it doesn't. Now, the average African parent is authoritarian. They are very authoritarian. They tell their kids they don't have any connection or they don't have any interaction with them, or that the father, go do this, or the mother will say, wait, your dad is coming, I'm going to tell your dad. So the daddy becomes something like somebody that comes to scare all the kids. And when you do that, the kids will grow up and you have no relationship with them. But if you are able to dive deeper into their lives and trying to understand them, have conversation with them and dialogue, eventually they will come to have conversation with you rather than you going there to have conversation with them. So going to them, as Father Kosa said, rather than they coming to you, is very, very important. It is a way of building up conversational culture with them, so that at any time, even when they grow up and they leave the house, they will come back because you have this culture with them, and it has come to stay. Now, one of the I think Father Kosa just left. He said something that I find to be very, very interesting. He said that creating permanent memories. Now, he said something that really touched the bosom of my heart. He said that he quotes his dad a lot. I do the same thing. Whenever I am in some situation, I quote my dad. I say, even my dad said this. And he passed on a lot of history to me. History that is not written. And I begin to learn all these things. And even though he's not here with me, my dad passed away 5 years ago, but I still remember him because of the memories that he created in my mind. Some of the things that he told me that I remember these things and I quote these things and I always write these things. Even I tell friends, this is what my dad said. Even this is what my dad said. Anyway, sorry. So these are very, very important things to look at not only for the church, but also for a community organization like S.Y.A. I think they will look at some of these things and see what they can do to help fathers and also children in the homes. And I would say that the church also has a role to play. And I agree with brother that the church has a role to play. But I'm not saying that the church, the role should be instructional. We want kids to be able to find a very comfortable space to have conversations so that the church can really help them in whatever they are doing. I know that the church these days, a lot of them think that the church is a place where you come to seek Jesus Christ. So it's not a place that you can come and talk even about your career. And kids will have to have an occupation. They have to get that. It's part of life. They have to make a living. And therefore, if there's nothing wrong if the church, as part of a children outreach program, they have a career component where an expert or a counselor will meet the kids and talk to them what they would like to become and show them a lot of careers, opportunities available for them to get interest in that and trying to build from there. So I think this is very, very important. Thank you very much.